Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight? Today, where are we from in this beautiful world? All right, so we got another beer and cheese episode for you guys. This is an open table. We can bring whatever we want, and got a great panel here. Thank you guys for showing up. We got miscellaneous brew reviews. We got Whisky Scout. We got East Coast LQ reviews. Bumpy Road Brewery, and of course, Beer Man here. We're going to we're going to share our beers and cheese and see if they pair as always, huh? For all you new people that have never showed or seen this place or show, um, yeah, let's do it. Cheers to the comments. Let's see real quick who's here. We have Thrash Life. We got Tiger. Cheers to you. Cheryl, cheers to you as well. Thank you guys. And everyone that comes in, cheers to you as well. Yep, let's do it. There's a lot to say. Okay, let's get miscellaneous up here.
All right, so show you the cheese first. It's coming from Fiscalini Farmstead. This is their, what is this? Cheddar, cranberry habanero cheddar. Yeah, handcrafted and processed on their sustainable farm. This place is out of Modesto, California. I think Bumpy said he had this company, that wine cheese. But yeah, cheese, cranberries, habaneros in there.
Very nice.
All right, and then beer I got's from Jackie O's. This is it's a light label. What does it say? On the beaten path, off the beaten path. Mixed fermentation saison style ale brewed with rye malt. It's a vintage 2017, 5.5%. We're gonna find out real quick. Yeah, had a hiss. It's cannon smoke. Yeah. Looks all right.
Nice.
This lemony golden hazy beer. One finger. It's kind of soapy looking. It smells all right. Oh yeah, dude.
Awesome. All right. Nice little haze on that. Looks good. Cheers, man. All right. Let's get Whiskey Scout up here.
All right. For the cheese, I got North Country cheese. It's a sharp cheddar cheese. I've already ate some earlier. Oh, my camera. There we go. But I already got some more cut up, ready to go for my beer. I have got a Boulevard. I went to Boulevard Brewing Friday up in Kansas City, picked up a few, and I got the Irish Ale, the traditional red ale. So kind of got just a mixed pack potpourri of some of the stuff I haven't had, even though I don't know if I've had this before. I may have. I'm not sure. And I don't recall, just buy it anyway. Oh my gosh, I got an Alex 4.5 going on. Oh my. But whatever is not under the foamy head of that baby is a red ale.
I remember that when I had that. It does pour.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's got a caramel colored head on it. I mean,
I love that fucking glass.
I almost bought one of those.
This was a Christmas present from my good friend Jeremy. He got me this for Christmas.
That's freaking awesome.
This is
what is that in the side of it, man? Is it like a cork?
Cal shell.
Oh, shell.
They take
Awesome.
they show a thing where they heat up kind of stick it in there. They tell you not to bump or clink it against other glasses and stuff. It can break real easy, I guess. Hand wash only, the whole 9 yards.
That's fucking awesome.
But anyway, I thought it was a cool glass. I thought it'd be interesting to have on here. But anyway, it's
good looking beer too, man. Damn.
That
looks great.
As soon as it dies down, I get the rest poured in there.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. We got Tanner next. East Coast LQ reviews.
What's up, guys? So the cheese I have is Marigold. This is the Blarney Castle. It's a you can't really read it. It says smooth and mild Buddha style. Here's cheese cut up, and I got just a. I'm gonna put away after.
Nice.
So yeah. And then the beer. Got another proclamation beer. This is I Actually Exist, double IPA. So like it's got like narwhals on the front of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a 9% Proclamation Ale Company out of Warwick, Rhode Island, unfiltered and may contain sediment. It says on the website. It says double IPA with massive amount of Nelson and a small amount of Eldorado hops. Notes of white grape, orange sherbet, grilled peaches, and yellow starburst with grassy, dirty in a good way, special Southern Hemisphere terroir funk. I don't know that word.
Terroir.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, let's crack it open. I got my IPA glass here. Check it out.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been liking their beers lately. This I paid $19 for a 4-pack.
That's a big price.
Yeah, their beers are a little spendy.
Sounds good though. Looks good.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like pretty much like very super hazy, like pineapple juice. That's what it looks like. A little bit of orange, but it's like more yellowish orange, white, sudsy head. Yeah, super hazy. Looks pretty good. I hope it pairs well with the cheese. I had I think the first one I had was the Cracker Barrel Gouda, so I hope I like this one. The Cracker Barrel Gouda was a different color though. That was like an orange one. This is a white cheese. So, cheers, Barry, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, cheers, Tanner. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We got Bumpy next. Bumpy Road Brewery.
All right. And just in time. All right. Good. The dogs aren't barking. Cathedral City is the cheesery or whatnot, whatever you want to call it. It says distributed by Saputo Cheese USA Inc. on the back. But this is the UK's number one cheddar. I've seen those on almost every single cheese you get from the UK. It's the number one cheese in the UK on everybody's stuff. But this is a vintage English cheddar cheese. It says it's beautifully balanced, full-bodied cheddar with a distinctive crunch and intense, long-lasting finish. And I can tell you this is a resealable package, which is pretty cool. I've never really seen cheeses that aren't like sliced cheese or something that you just buy out of the dairy section at a grocery store. Having
You need to do that more often.
package, so that was pretty cool. Opening this up, that's what the cheese looks like. You can see kind of crunchy crystals there and stuff on top a little bit, just of a glare. When I was cutting it, now we're gonna be all fuzzy. No. Anyways, I'll just get close again with the cheese. When I was cutting it, it's very crumbly and dry. Like it did have a big old bold aroma to it as well, so it's a very robust smelling cheddar cheese. The beer that I'm going to bring, this comes from Branch and Blade, they're out of what the hell, Keene, New Hampshire. And this is called Love Goes Away. It is a barrel-aged Goza, 5%, that is barrel-aged with ginger, lime, hibiscus, and, of course, wild yeast. It says mixed cultures, but wild yeast. And the barrel, I guess, that it was aged in is called Classy Batch. It's a pink tequila barrel. 5% ABV. Let's go ahead and open this one up and pour it.
I like the tequila barrel aged Gozas, man.
Yeah, I've never had one. Sounds good.
Quiet down in there.
The stepson just not listening. All right. Yes, big aromas off this one. Smells very nice already. Nice, tight,
Wow.
white colored head, but rocky-esque, maybe soapy like. The color of the beer itself is a kind of golden, orangish type coloration. It almost looks like an apple juice for the most part. It does have a clarity to it, maybe a little bit of a haziness as well. But yeah, there's plenty of tequila barrel aromas in this. So, cheers.
Nice, dude. That looks good. Cheers. All right. My turn. So, okay, we'll go cheese first. So this one, I'm trying to look this up. I didn't. It's called a twin. It just had the label on it from my wife's work. And I didn't really see what the actual company was, but it says farm. It's a farmhouse cheese, so I went and picked a farmhouse beer. Twin Sisters Ferndale or something. It's cured raw cow's milk, salt enzymes, contains raw cow's milk. It's $20.99, $21 a pound, and I got $6 worth of it. So it was just this little tiny piece.
I've had cheese like that.
But yeah, and it's really got a buttery smell to it. I'm kind of looking forward to trying it. Well, I am looking forward to trying it. So I found this over there as well at her work. Thank you to Astoria Co-op. Awesome place. You got great burritos. This is from DuPont Brewery, DuPont out of Belgium. Yeah, we'll just stay with that. From the brewers of Saison de Pont, 7.5%. It's 7.5% Saison. Yep. Organically produced, they say, bottle conditioned. Let's open it. Oh, the date here is, I don't know. Just gives me a code. So I don't know whatever code they call it. Nice smoke. It's got a nice green bottle too. I like that.
I think I can get that.
You probably can, I imagine. Try and decant it as best as possible.
Well, it's not. Well,
Look at that thing, dude. That's it looks like not memory foam, orange meringue, like the meringue on the lemon meringue pie. I'm all confused today. I shouldn't have puffed earlier. So I've got a silky head, 2 fingers, nice dirty looking, like gold colored beer. Let's see who's here. All right, we got Josh here. Last beer. Cheers, man. I'll just continue. I'll let you up after this. But thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so you get a lot of floaties and stuff like that. There's a lot of just stuff. It's really thick looking. It looks like gelatin. It's just so viscous looking. It's not moving. So, that's stinky. Yeah, this is good. I'm looking forward to this, man. Let's get to Josh. All right.
All right.
Lord,
Cheers, everybody. Thanks for having me in, Beer Man.
You're welcome.
Start off with the cheese. So this is from 1057, I think is the name of the company. It's a Scottish cheddar cheese.
Oh, I think I had that the other week.
Extra mature Scottish cheddar cheese, yeah. Fit for a kid. So it's kind of a... Oh, why is there an echo?
Huh?
There's an echo on my... Oh, it's gone now. So it's kind of a... You can't really see it, but it's kind of a crumbly cheese almost. It's kind of oily on the touch. Smells delicious, though. It is a session beer. This is from Aslan. Quintuple IPA at 18.4% ABV. 5 different hops, dry hop 5 times. So pour up and See what we get. So pretty like orangish color on the color there. About a 2-finger white khaki-ish kind of head, maybe. A little creamy, nice white bubbles up top. Smells
Damn,
like
that was
alcohol. Cheers. Thanks for
Cheers,
having
that
me.
was excellent, dude. All right. Let's get who's next. Who's Miscellaneous is next.
All right. Let's start with the beer because I'm thirsty. So yeah, lemony color. It's pretty effervescent still. Kicking up down there at the bottom. Yeah, on the nose. It's not too funky. I definitely get there's like that peppercorn, a nice like spice to it. I get like pear. It's definitely lemony. It just smells a little dank. It's not like real heavy on the farmhouse yeast, but yeah, it smells pretty good. Yeah, it's got rye malt in it too, which is different. I feel like I can almost smell like a dill. But yeah, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, Miscellaneous.
Cheers. Jesus.
That's really good. Damn. So yeah, light body, high carbonation on this. It's prickly on the tongue. Lots of citrusy lemon. The finish is it doesn't have a dry finish. It's actually inviting. It's refreshing. Almost has like a Band-Aid thing going on an aftertaste, but it's not too bad. You know how that goes, but yeah, it's crisp, it's tart, it tastes pretty clean. That's pretty good. Vintage 2017. All right, so we'll get into the cheese now. Cranberry habanero cheddar. So yeah, got big pieces, vegetable pieces in there.
Damn.
Just nutty, buttery. You can get a bit of it's a slight vegetal. It doesn't really smell sweet from the like dried cranberries, but I do pick up that pepper vegetal note. Yeah, it's pretty dry. Breakable cheese. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's a nice tangy cheddar. You get that one. I got a nice hit of the cranberry, so it was like sweet, savory, little bit of heat. I actually tried a piece prior to this, and it must have had more habanero in it because it was pretty. It kicked up. Yeah, kind of like a buttery, earthy finish on the cheese. It's very good. I'm probably gonna have to get my knife back out and cut some more, but yeah, let's try them together. I definitely dig the spicy and the sweet cranberry cheddar. All right, let's cheese before beer.
Cheesers.
Hey, look who woke up.
What's up, dude?
Wow. It actually kind of amplifies the sourness of the beer. flavor profile pretty much stays the same. The cheese does kind of have a light flavor to it. Doesn't really overtake it or do too much. They both stay in their lane, but they work well together. All right, beer and cheese.
Oh man.
No.
Nah, doesn't meld right. Definitely have the cheese and then drink the saison. In my opinion, it's pretty good though. I like it. Getting a little bit of that. I think it might be, like I said, they used the rye in there, and I'm getting like and they said a peppercorn flavor, some kind of thing. It's bouncing off well with this cheese. I like it. I think it goes pretty good together.
Awesome. That's great. Good stuff, man. Right on. Well, cool. Thank you, man. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
We got Robert next.
All right. Well, I could not find on here anywhere where it says it's aged, other than it's just sharp cheddar cheese. Because after trying it, I kind of was interested in knowing because it's got a nice tangy sharpness to it. But it does have an allergen warning. It does say it contains milk. I would have never guessed cheese would contain milk. But, you get surprised.
Yeah, they make that lactose-free cheese and stuff now.
But it would still contain milk. It's just lactose-free.
Yeah, that's true. You got me there.
Anyway, it is a salty. The cheese is salty. It's not overly salty. It's got a nice good tanginess to it. It doesn't quite have the bite an aged cheddar would have, but I really like the tanginess to it. It really dwells and hangs around. It's just a very milky, rich cheese. I don't know. I always have a tough time. This is not a nutty cheese. It doesn't have that nuttiness flavor to it. It does break. It doesn't bend very well. So, but it is a Wisconsin cheddar. I've always liked Wisconsin cheddar. In fact, I could probably eat that whole thing, but I won't. I just ate a bunch of tacos a while ago. Anyway.
Yeah, dude, Taco Tuesday.
I made some street tacos with fajita seasoning on a flat iron steak I cut on the bias. That shit was rocking.
It looked.
Everybody liked it. That's your best in my house. That's your best way to find out if everybody likes it. Then you know you've done right. The beer retains its head real well. You can agitate it, get it kind of that slow, I guess, soapy look to it, more than closed cell foam. It's got a little caramel note to it. You get almost a bread crust with it, caramel note. You get some of the. It's not like a stout on the roasted malts, but there is roasted malt note to this. It's just not deep. It's not like a stout or a porter. It's different. I don't know how to describe that other than that. But there is a roasted malt note to it. It has a nice caramel note to it on the nose. Palate.
Cheers.
The roasted malts and the caramel go really well. There is a little bit of an acidic note that comes in the background on this beer. It's I don't know. It's not bad. It's just something you notice. It just flows with the rest of it. But it's pretty simple beer. I like dark beers. I prefer this to a light beer any day of the week as far as coloration, not meaning light like light beer, but not like a lager or some shit like that. I like dark colored beers better. They have more flavor to me. But the flavor's good. Cheese before beer. They balance well. Balance real well. I like it. But I like beer, like cheese. There's a bready note to this, bread and cheese, like bread with cheese. It all kind of works together.
Nice. And I forgot to give you this. Cheesers.
Cheers.
I'm glad that worked, though. That's good. It's always good when it works. All right.
All right. Well,
Cool.
I'll think on it for a little while. We'll come back around. I'll have you some numbers.
Thank you, Whisky Scout. I appreciate it. Hell
You're
yeah.
welcome. Thank you.
All right. So let's get Tanner next. Right.
Volume.
Ah.
Yeah, I muted myself. Sorry about that. So I haven't tried either of them yet. Again, in front of me. I'll try the cheese first. Barn Castle. There you go. Texture of it's kind of oily. You can feel it on your fingers. Doesn't really want to break. It's kind of like flimsy and like a moist cheese. I think I kind of like the drier cheeses, so I'm kind of letting it sit. But yeah, on the nose, it's got like the rich, nutty, creamy, like mild cheesy note, a little salty. It kind of smells like the beer cheese, so I'm a little worried. I hope I enjoy it. I like their reserve cheddar, so try this out. Cheesers.
Cheesers.
This might be the cracker cheese for me. It's got a little bit more of a drier texture than I thought it would, but it's creamy, nutty, like sweetness, like the caramel. It's actually really dry. It's hard to swallow these. I'm not sure if it's for me though. It's probably not something that I would pick up twice. But let's try the beer. Let's try the beer.
All
On the
right.
nose on the beer, I really like those the Nelson hops. It's got that white grape. They say it was like orange sherbet, so I'm kind of getting like a citrusy orange creamsicle. Getting the peaches, so pineapple as well. It's got a little bit of like a hop resin aroma. I'm not really getting much of like a floral hoppy aspect with it, but it's usually what you expect with the double New Englands. Pretty much juice bomb. But yeah, it smells really good. Cheers, everyone. Try it.
Cheers.
Cheerios.
Cheers.
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 Ooh, that's good. That's really good. You get that grape note on the back end. Maybe some grapefruit as well. Very, very like rich, creamy mouthfeel, medium body. But you get a little bit of bitterness. Definitely get more of the bitterness on the palate, whereas like on the aroma, I wasn't really picking up much. Yeah, that white grape note. Peaches, pineapple, maybe a little mango. Definitely very citrusy and tropical. I don't think either one kind of takes over. Neither one is kind of dominant over the other as far as like tropical and citrusy. It's all around a really good beer. I don't mind paying the $19 for this for a 4-pack. This is a really good beer. I really do like the Nelson hops. Yeah, it's good. Super tropical, citrusy, creamy. Yeah, I think best way to put it would be like juice bomb. So you get tropical notes up front, white grape, and like an orange creamsicle on the finish. But this is for a 9%. You can't taste the booziness in it. So let's try it with the cheese. Let's go cheese first.
All right.
Yeah.
Cheesers.
Science.
I will say, I like the cheese better than the beer cheese by Mad Elf. Oh yeah, it works well. Oh, woo! That works really well. I think it's for me. It's somewhat of like a texture thing. I like the more dry cheeses. I don't like the like moist, kind of like rubbery. It's slightly rubbery. It's got a little bit of a rubberiness to it. Try one more piece. Yeah, it's kind of got like a rubbery texture. But definitely getting like caramel, nutty.
Oh yeah.
This beer is
Extra.
so it kind of drowns out the actual taste of the cheese. It works well together. But I'm really not getting any like flavor enhancement from either or with them together. They work well together, but for me personally, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably do this beer with like a cheddar or something. Let's go. I'll do the beer and then the cheese, and then wrap up over here. Hold on.
Good looking beer. Geez, that lacing's nice.
Oh yeah,
It's like panties on a glass.
yeah.
Perfect.
I think
Moist.
I think I do like. I think I like the beer first. As far as the pairing, because you still get the flavors of the cheese after with the beer first. Like I said, I think the beer kind of drowns it out. But me personally, I want a cheese that I can eat before the beer because I like to wash down the cheese with the beer. But yeah, when you come back around, I'll have a rating and for both of them. And yeah, cheers, guys.
Cheers, Tanner. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Cheers.
All right. We got Bumpy next.
All right. So this Cathedral City vintage cheddar, I had to cut some more. I did share some with the dogs. They enjoyed it very much. And I mean, this is it's a pretty potent, very sharp, bold cheddar. It's got that cheddar funky stinkiness to it. All right. So I tried to pick this up after cutting it. It's if you guys can just see all those like crumbs, it just crumbles. This is what Tanner would like in a cheese. It's super dry.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got the crunchy crystals in it. Super sharp. That cheddar funkiness. There's a little bit of like a caramel type flavor that comes aboard. Very drying on the palate. It just sucks moisture right out of your face. As it mixes with saliva, it does soften up and kind of almost melt, I guess, in your mouth. But it's just damn. This is probably one of the strongest flavored cheddar cheeses. I'd say this is very very similar, but maybe a bit stronger with just how sharp and cheddar. I'm calling it funk, but it's just that I don't know how it's tang, maybe that cheddar tanginess. Like the Kerrygold, like extra reserve or whatever, which is one of my favorite cheddar cheeses, and this is like beyond that. Delicious cheese for sure. All right, there's not much more I can say. It's just I can say this. I'm not sure if this cheese would melt, like if you put it on a burger or a hot dog, it would work on both. This would work in a salad. If you made yourself a nice house salad, or whatever, just crumble this up. I mean, it crumbles up like Parmesan. It It would be good in spaghetti. I had spaghetti earlier. It'd be a great cheese and spaghetti. It's just one of those cheeses. It's like Frank's hot sauce. This shit can go on everything. It would be great on crackers as well. I mean, the one thing is, I mean, it is so crumbly. It's hard to kind of slice and maneuver and stuff like that. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to try to get a good piece in your mouth. Probably have to get a dustpan to eat the rest of it.
Get a straw.
Damn good cheese, though. The beer on the aromas, as you can see, the head it did die down. It is a sour, or goza, so soured with salt. First thing I notice is tequila barrel. It's got a strong presence of that agave tequila aroma, a little bit of a woody
Vegetal note
type. Would you call it vegetal?
I get sometimes in my tequilas and mezcals, you get a heavy vegetal note.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't consider it vegetal, but it does. It smells like a tequila to me. Like
right.
If you just went to like a Mexican restaurant and had a pretty straight up tequila, like margarita type thing made for you. Because what else is in this ginger? There's a strong ginger presence, picking up on the lime. There's a saltiness to the aroma as well, mixing in. It might not be salty on the aroma, but it just kind of reminds me of drinking a nice lime ginger margarita, basically. So yeah, fantastic. Very aromatic. This is like super potent smelling. So cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Extremely light body. And another dry object I have. This is super dry. This like after eating the dry cheese that sucks all the moisture out of your mouth, this just goes beyond and says, wait a second, there's a spot there, there's a spot there. It's super dry. I think my tongue is about to crack. It's almost like I'm sucking on one of those like fireballs or something too long. It doesn't taste like a fireball. There's no cinnamon. Tequila, that kind of woodiness. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's oak, but there's definitely a woody type character in there. Ginger's is pretty strong in this one. Nice lime flavors, a little bit of that kind of salt on the back end. The goza portion itself also comes through. It is beyond tart. It kind of gets the sides of the tongue spinning a little bit, but it's not super puckering sour. It's just got this extreme tartness to it. Carbonation's kind of in the mid realm, very small carbonation, fizzy bubble. So it's even drying on the back of the throat there. So this one is packed with flavors. It's only 5% ABV. For this beer, I've had, and I think some other people have had, the one from Founders that's like I think it's 11%. The tequila one,
the Mas Agave series.
Yeah, so the Mas Agave series ones, those are pretty damn good. But there's a slight sweetness to those ones. This is not. This is like straight up baseline. You get a decent goza, and then like everything else has been thrown into it. I even pick up on that hibiscus flavor that's in there as well, which I've had in both beers and gin. And it's definitely there with the hibiscus flower. So, yeah, so lovely beer. Let's go with cheese and then beer. Pick up a piece that's not crumbled.
Cheesers.
Cheesers.
Again.
So the beer does take away from what the cheese offers, because one thing that this cheese does have, like a long lasting flavor note, stays on your palate. This beer definitely cuts into that. There's a bit of that caramel type note from the cheese that does lend itself a little hint through the flavors I mentioned before from this beer, with the tequila, the ginger, the lime. Then there's this, with the cheese, there's that kind of slight caramel note that kind of pokes its head through. Still very dry. Yeah. That it kind of works. It kind of works, but I think as of right now, they're both on different levels of just, you don't want to detract from either one of these, in eating the cheese and drinking the beer. You're kind of taking away from both aspects, both the cheese and the beer, but it's not disgusting. All right. Cheers.
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 Mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah. That kind of changes the flavor of the cheese quite a bit. It's like the funk, that cheddar, deep, sharp tanginess kind of gets. It's almost like it hit a surface and it's kind of got deflected. It didn't quite get down to that deepness that it had before just eating the cheddar. Probably from all the acidicness from this beer and all the flavor from it. And it kind of changed it a little bit. It almost gives it this slight rubbery flavor, almost like you chewed on a balloon a little bit. So, yeah, I think I know I'll go with that aspect of it, and I'll be thinking of a score for the two of these. And cheers.
Nice. Cheers. Cheers, Bumpy. All right.
Cheers.
Here it is, my turn. Let's see if I can stop acting like. And I won't say it. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna get into the beer first. So I got another saison, just like Miscellaneous. Mine is not aged as long, of course, but let's. I am getting the Band-Aid though. I get the Band-Aid. I get the Brettanomyces, or some kind of saison yeast. Let's say it's got that Band-Aidy funk. Not Brettanomyces. It's maybe, I don't know. It's just funky. It's got that Band-Aidy kind of you unpeel a Band-Aid and you smell that the medicine they have on that Band-Aid. It just smells like that. Yeah. Kind of sake, kind of danky, locker roomy kind of feel to it. There's a little lemongrass, herbal. You get like a phenol. There's a phenolic kind of thing going on. I can't get it on the top of my head. What's the little stars? Anise. Yeah, star anise. It kind of has that kind of thing going on or something. Kind of a maybe a coriander. Actually, I'm getting a coriander seed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just very phenolic and coriander-like, lemony kind of herbal. Yeah. So a good hazy beer. It's leaving some good lacing there already. Good white head. It's very good on the retention. So very nice. Let's drink this. Cheers.
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 Mm, that's good, man. Tastes like caramel. It's got a lot of caramel in it. A lot of caramel, like a funky caramel with that. The Band-Aid kind of blends into it. It's very well balanced. All the flavors are just very minimal, but complex at the same time. There's so many things coming in. You're getting like that, the same as the aromas, the lemongrassy kind of herbal, dank locker room Band-Aid. You're getting the star anise kind of phenolic kind of thing. Um, it's just very pleasant though. It's got that caramel, the sweetness of the malts is really nice. It's not too bitter. The body is a nice medium body. The mouthfeel, it's even got a little sort of stick on the lips. It says a lot. I mean, just looking at the head, looking at the lacing, looking at how it looks, it's got this thick chewiness in there, and it is chewy. It's 7.75. So I mean, it's definitely in the imperial ranking. It's got and it's proved itself very well. I've heard a lot about DuPont, man. I don't. I'd like to try more of their stuff. Actually, I don't know if they just make saisons or what, but this is a really good one. Dry finish. You taste all of what you're wanting to taste, and it just kind of dries off at the right time. There's a slight apple, kind of apple. There's like a reddish. It's like I'm tasting the skin of a red apple or something. Kind of like the sort of a soured. It's not sour though. It's not a sour beverage by no means, but it's got that kind of undertone of a red apple peel in the back with that lemon. I don't know why I would get that, but yeast, whatever it may be. I did swig it up or swirl it up and pour the rest in. I didn't decant it or anything. Barley malt, organic cane sugar to boost it, to dry it. Yeah, good stuff, man. I love this. It's a very nice farmhouse. So we got a farmhouse cheese, and this cheese is very farmhousey. It's funky. It smells very buttery. It smells so butter. Let's get off the wood. I'm smelling the wood. It's very buttery and salty. Like there's a saltiness, a salinity in the smell, and it's got a nice buttery, just richness to it. It's very soft and then kind of breaks. It doesn't really crumble. It's just kind of, it's a good melter, I think. I think this would be a good melting cheese for a grilled cheese sandwich. But it has a funk to it that's like really interesting. Let's get into it. I already had some. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, so it's moist. It's moist, but it's also got a dry quality to it as well. It's kind of like pasty in the mouth. It kind of just mushes on the tongue, on the palate, and through that mushing, you get this funky saltiness. It's super salty, and it's very creamy. It's very creamy, but it has this funky, like floral, woodsy, yeah, like a rich buttery like flavor too. There's just this crazy buttery, like salted butter, real butter, like not margarine, real cow's milk butter, whatever the fuck. And it's just like it's so nice. The finish kind of comes off funky in the back. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what this is gonna do to it. Let's get another cheese. Let's get some cheese and beer. Cheers before beers first. I'm gonna do a cheese before beer, then we'll do a beer before cheese.
Cheese.
Cheesers.
Oh, it's crunchy. It's got little crunches. There's some crunchy stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
Feels good.
It sounds good.
It's different, you know.
Well, like butter.
Yeah. Oh, this is good. This is good. Be a good melter, like for fondue or something like that. Maybe might be good. The apple comes out more. I'm getting red apple. Now I'm getting the inside, the fruit part, not the skin. I'm getting more of the fruit, the actual core of the or the inside. It's interesting. The funk kind of goes away in the beer, and it makes it more fruity. But the finish is funky though in the beer. I still get a funky finish. The phenols go away to some degree. It takes away a lot of the mushiness in the mouth, all that lathering thickness all around your palate and tongue. It just washes it away, and it creates this nice little fruity, farmhousey kind of feel in the flavors. It's very nice. It actually waters it up a bit. It's kind of not as dry. I don't know what the freaking hell's going on, but it just does that. It feels more watery in the back and the finish, like a distilled water or something. That's really interesting. Let's go. Let me get some water real quick. Speaking of water. Yeah, it tastes like water. No, I'm just kidding.
Tastes like chlorine.
I had that sit for a while to let the chlorine out, so we're all right. I hope we're all right. I don't taste any chlorine. All right. Well, it takes a while to chew it. No, it kind of washes it away, and you just taste the cheese. So I like the cheese before the beer. It just brought out more of a fruitier character to it. It was really nice. It pairs well. It does pair well. It's actually better than I thought. So it's a pretty good pairing. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Right on, man. Let's get back to miscellaneous and get our last thoughts out, and then we'll shout after. We'll just do just go ahead and shout after you're done. Yeah, that works.
I don't think Josh would.
Yeah.
Oh no, dude! I
Well-
totally skipped on everyone, dude, and that's my fault. Did I?
He left now, so
Oh God, Josh, I'm so sorry. God Almighty, I'm so sorry, dude. That's my bad.
Josh, come
back.
you can blame it all on Beer Man.
Blame it on Beer Man, dude. I am a
I'll call him
fool.
real quick. Hold on. I'll call him 1 sec. I have his phone number.
I feel like a dumbass. That's all right. I hate forgetting. You start drinking and
I blame
doing your
Josh.
thing,
Yeah,
you forget.
anyways.
If you want to start talking, I'll call him right now. I'll call him. I'll get him back in here.
The Fiscalini cranberry habanero cheddar. It's pretty good. I like it. Like I said, it wasn't too spicy. There's some, once you get some of that habanero, it does have a little bit of a kick to it, but not overly spicy. I've had spicier cheeses. Flavor wise was pretty good. Like I said, I like that sweet savory with the cranberry and then the heat with the habanero. Really good cheese. First time I think I've had this company. I'd put it at like a 95, 96 ballpark. It's good cheese.
Nice.
I would get it again. So yeah, for the Jackie O's, the Off on the Beaten Path Vintage 2017. This is pretty good too, man. Like I said, it wasn't overly funky. I think it did have the nice lemony peppercorn notes. It warmed up a little bit, it did get a little bit more earthy, herbaceous. But yeah, pretty clean tasting beer. You know, sometimes you get those saisons and they're like, whoa, man. And then some you have and you're like, oh, this is awesome. It balances the way. It's not too much one way or the other. It's not like too funky and not bringing enough. It's spritzy on the carbonation, light, refreshing, crisp. I actually might get another one of these. So, yeah, this is a really good saison. I haven't had one in a while, and I've seen everybody was drinking them. So, yeah, switch it up a bit. I put this at a 90, like a 95. It's good. I definitely think there's probably better stuff out there, but this is very good beer for its time. I don't even know if they still make this. It might be retired. Yeah, and overall together, I think they didn't really like meld or contrast. I felt it was just like they both kind of stayed in their lane and they both worked together. You know, the spritzy carbonation of the saison with like that heat from the habanero was good. It kind of brought it up. Alcohol always does that with the capsaicin or whatever. Kind of brings it up a little bit. At least in my opinion. I've heard people say that, but yeah, I think it was good. I'd probably put the pairing at like a 97. It definitely works for me. So
97. Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Good deal, man.
Shout out wise, I'm not sure my Thursday show, the Thursday night beer session. I might bring a few more products up. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do something different. It's always spontaneous. I'm still thinking. So I'm sure you'll hear guys. Will hear from me again for Thursday. So if not, I'll have something thrown up anyways. Cheers, guys. Yeah, no Stout Sunday with John and Ellie. He's moving. What else is on the table? That's pretty much it.
Nice.
Check me out on Instagram and see more of the stuff that I drink that I don't always post reviews on as well.
Jesus.
Same handle.
Fucking neighborhood's going nuts right now with a Don truck. Right on. Dude, a 97. A 97 on the pairing. Good deal.
Yep.
Right on. Sorry, my fucking truck people. All right. Thanks, dude. Josh, come back, dude. I'm sorry.
I texted him. He said he's upstairs. You guys finish up. He said he'll join after.
Okay. All right.
Well, Miscellaneous, last Thursday, you were attacking them beers. I was in Kansas City with my daughter just watching on my phone.
Yeah, I got a little lit up before the show.
You were getting it, man. But it was fun. I enjoyed watching that. As far as
streamlined 30 minutes, dude. 40.
Yeah. As far as the cheese goes, it's just your average sharp cheddar cheese. Nothing special, nothing bad about it. I like it. I would buy it again, no problem. But it's not 90 range cheese. It's probably an 87. I'm going to give it an 87. But it's a good cheese. That's a good score, guys. For me, I mean, that's a B plus. I mean, B plus is good stuff. So anyway, the beer, again, it's a good Irish red ale beer. It's better than Killian's by a long shot. And we'll leave it at that. But again, though, it's I probably wouldn't buy it again. I mean, there's other things I'd rather drink. I mean, that's where it kind of comes in at. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a good caramel bready, slightly acidic beer. I mean, it's really good. And that what it does, but it's just nothing special. So again, a high B and 88 on it. I give it 1 point more than the cheese. Together, though, you're getting bread and cheese. It's almost like a bread and cheese thing. They work very good together.
Nice.
I really like them together. So together, I wouldn't mind doing that again. So in that aspect, I'd probably give it a 92. They worked well together, and that they bring each other up in my book. So they each help each other there. So 92, as far as shout outs go, I'm getting closer. I got my computer finally up and running. I've got all my programs loaded on it now. So hopefully, probably within the week, if my work doesn't give me a call, I will shoot out probably my first video in over 6 months. To answer something that was asked a long time ago or said, I don't even know if Paul Middlefru's still in here or not. But I want to thank him for his concern about what's going on. He knows what I'm talking about. I really don't want to address it on here, but it's nice to hear from him about it. So anyway, other than that, guys, that's all I really got.
All right, man. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
dude.
you guys. I like being
Yeah.
here. It's fun.
Good. Show up more often. We like having you here.
All
Cheers,
right.
Tanner.
So,
All right.
for the cheese, the Kerrygold Barney Castle, I think there's a certain flavor in this that I was getting with the beer cheese by the Mad Elf that it's a little overpowering and it's a little much. I don't know what it is. Maybe if you guys tried it, maybe you could tell me, or maybe not. Maybe it's just my palate. Um, but so for a rating for the cheese, I was actually really disappointed. I really like their reserve cheddar. I think I gave it like a I think I gave it like a 97 or something, 98 or something like that. This one I wouldn't buy it again. Probably gonna eat the rest of this block I got left with some crackers. Uh, Even with the cracker, I was trying the cracker while everybody was going through this stuff. Um, that note still comes through the cracker, and that's very hard to do with a townhouse cracker. You know, that strong butteriness that you get from the townhouse cracker. That the flavor in this that I'm not really enjoying. It's like pushing through. Um, I try to like a little bit of like a couple chunks, like a little bit smaller pieces, and I think it was a little bit more calm. But when you get like a big chunk and you get like a big slice of the cheese and you eat that just straight up, it's like I said, there's just something that I don't know, I just don't really enjoy. So like I said, I probably won't pick it up again. So for a rating for the cheese, it's good. I feel like other people probably would enjoy it. Like I feel like everybody on this channel will probably enjoy it. For me personally, I'm gonna give it like an 80, 80 probably just straight 80. It's decent. Like I said, I wouldn't buy it again. I'll finish the block. It's not like the beer cheese that sat in my fridge until it turned blue. Then I just threw it away.
As do all of ours, probably.
Yeah, right.
I know mine do.
The beer was friggin' phenomenal. This I actually exist is it's really cool. I didn't even understand what the name was at first, and I realized there were narwhals. And there's a lot of people that actually don't believe in narwhals, and they think it's a mythical creature or something. I actually watched a video on Facebook, and some kid was telling me it was on the video. He was saying how his science teacher kicked him out of class because he was telling her she said can anybody name mythical creatures, and one of the kids said narwhal, and she said yeah, narwhal's one, and he said no, narwhals are real. Narwhals are an actual animal, and I guess she got very upset, and he kept telling her no, they're real, and he kicked them out of class. But yeah,
Wow.
cool. These proclamation, they make some good stuff. This is like juice bomb. Like I said, it's like orange creamsicle, pineapple, peaches, a little bit of like a I wouldn't say dank, but it's got like a nice little hop resin, earthy finish. The Nelson hops, give me more Nelson hop beers. With that white grape note, goes great with cheese. I feel like that beer would go so much better with that reserve cheddar by Kerrygold, in my opinion. So for the beer, I'm gonna do an in-depth review on my channel. But I'm gonna give the beer I think the beer definitely deserves. It's a little spendy, $19 for a 4-pack. Availability, they call it sporadic because they don't actually tell you when it's gonna be released. So I guess they just say, hey, let's bring that beer back, and then they brew it. And they're fluctuating through their beers like almost every week. Every week I check up on them. Well, the past 2 weeks that I've been buying their stuff, because this is fairly new to me. This brewery. But yeah, it's just sporadic, so they just say, hey, let's brew that up. And this is a really good one. This is one that I'll definitely be grabbing another 4-pack of. I do really enjoy the beer. What did I say? Did I say the rating for the beer?
No.
No.
Okay,
Say
I'll
cheese.
give it like a considering the price and the availability, considering it's not going to be around year round. I wish this was a year round beer because that would be freaking awesome. I'll give it like a 97, couple points off for the price and availability. But it's really good. If you guys get your hands on some proclamation stuff, or if you're ever in Rhode Island, or if you're ever in a state that gets proclamation, because I think Bumpy, well, I know Bumpy got a proclamation beer. He got that full gamma one. So if you see this one, pick it up, especially if you like those Nelson hops. So yeah, like I said, 97 for the beer. As far as shout outs, shout out Thomas Metal, Wild Call Wednesday, 7:30, I believe, tomorrow. And then for me, I've been doing brewery reviews. Did my first episode. Actually tricked Dio and John to get on there. I didn't purposely trick them. I sent a. We were hanging out. It was like, so I'm going to be doing them at 5 o'clock. Time may change, depending, because I'm trying to work with everybody. Because I know 5 o'clock is kind of rough. I know a lot of people get out of work at that time, so I might change up the time. Yeah, I posted in the group chat at like 4 o'clock that we were hanging out, but I used the same link, and then I didn't actually say that I was going live on the group chat. It just completely. I'm fairly new to like live streaming and stuff. I should have said that, sent the link out. I think someone ended up doing it for me. But yeah, I got Dio and I got John, and who else was there? I think Bumpy was there, right? Bumpy, you were
I
there.
was there.
Yeah, Bumpy was there. So it's pretty much just brewery review. I'll have my main brewery, and that'll probably be the thumbnail. But I invite everybody on the panel, everybody in the group chat, in chat, comments, stuff. If you got, I'll drop the link. If you guys want to hang out, talk about a brewery. Pretty much just bring a beer and talk about the beer. And then we'll pull up websites from that brewery. And yeah, and I think that pretty much the main question that I ask is the beer that you have live up to the expectations of the brewery that you're reviewing, and just talk about the brewery, maybe some stuff you like about the brewery, maybe there's certain styles that they're doing, or maybe there's a uniqueness to them that you enjoy, or even if it's a brewery that's bad, even if it's a brewery that you guys don't enjoy, you don't have to bring a beer. You don't have to bring a beer, but if, like I said, if it's a brewery that you don't like and you want to talk about a brewery that you want to keep people away from, maybe you had a bad experience at a tap room or something. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. I don't want to ramble on for too long. Thanks for having me, Beer Man. Thanks, panel.
Nice.
And, cheers,
Thank
guys.
Cheers.
Thanks, Tanner. Cheers, man. All right. Bumpy.
Cheers. Let's start with the cheese. I'll talk about the cheese. Cathedral City, the vintage English cheddar cheese. Great cheese. It may be my favorite cheddar I've ever had, based off being an extremely like sharp cheddar. I know that there's different mild, like there's mild, there's sharp, there's extra sharp, there's all this other stuff. There's super aged. So at this point, I don't even know, is this like comparing a cheddar cheese like this? Is that comparing it to all cheddars, or should it be like when you compare like a West Coast IPA versus a New England IPA? You can't really, if you're going on this whole thing like that, I don't know where to score this. Is this supposed to be like something that's aged and super sharp, and I should keep in that category and not say that it's my favorite cheddar cheese of all times? I don't know, but it's definitely up there, and I need to, I think, maybe do a comparison between this cheese, this cheddar cheese, the Kerrygold Reserve cheddar cheese, and then I want to call it Cobalt. I don't think it's called Cobalt, but it's the what's that one out of what is it? It might be Cobalt. The one out of Vermont.
Oh.
I can't think of the name of it. Anyways, they have a 5-year reserve one out there for a cheddar. So I think I'd have to put all three of them up against one another to see which one I do like the most. But I mean, just based off of what I ate out of this cheese right now, I'm not going to give it 100. I'm going to give it a 99 though, out of 100.
Wow.
It's a damn good cheese. I was thinking of giving it 100, but then I'm like, I don't know, because I might like the Kerrygold more. Start thinking it's like,
You can have two 100s. But
Yeah.
They're gonna
Trying to give them a little bit more room for improvement so they can keep improving.
yeah. Yeah, because when I had the Kerrygold one, I was like, oh, this is the winner. There's no cheddar cheese that's better than this. And it's like, holy crap, that there are a bunch of good cheddar cheeses out there. The beer.
Cheddar's my favorite.
I can say that this is a $16.99 bottle. It's costs you $17 for this bottle of beer, 5% ABV Goza, and you would just, maybe be disappointed at the ABV versus the price and stuff like that. But it's a really, really good Goza that basically mimics a ginger lime tequila. I like this one more than I like the Founders Masagave series. Like I said, those ones seem to have a bit more of a sweetness. They are higher ABV. This one, it drinks more like a Goza that's got all the other flavors with it. It's less sweet. It just, I don't know, overall just a little bit more enjoyable to my palate. I'm going to give the Love Goes Away from Branch and Blade 98 out of
Wow.
100.
Nice.
Yeah, I highly recommend it, and I would definitely purchase more of these bottles. You spend, this is basically like a bottle of wine for the most part, but it's lower ABV, so you can drink the whole damn thing and be fine. But it's just so flavorful. It's
Without a
something
hangover.
you can just sit back and enjoy. Yeah, got so many great flavors and aromas to it. So yeah, I'll have to. I think I'll have to try to. I'll have to look on the shelf to see if they have more of this. I bought it a while ago, so I don't know if there's any more left. But if there is more at the packy, I'll have to buy a couple more bottles of it and definitely share one with Anelli when he gets up here. So.
Hell yeah.
Keep an eye out. I don't know if we get that brand here, but I'll keep an eye out. Sounds good.
Yeah, the as far as the pairing goes, it wasn't the worst pairing I've ever had. I mean, because both these products are outstanding. They just didn't seem to work exceptionally well together. There was like, okay, it's all right, but there's too much subtraction versus any positivity to say that it would work well. I would probably pair the cheese more with a beer, like definitely a Pilsner or a lager. Maybe an IPA would work well with that one. And I'm thinking what would possibly work even better, just because of just how sharp and tangy this cheddar cheese is, and also how dry it is and everything. Maybe a sweeter beer, like a Dunkel or a Doppelbock, I think would work exceptionally well. Get some of those kind of fruity type notes, dark bread fruity notes mixed in with the tang and that kind of caramelized flavor that comes out of this cheddar. I think
I got it done.
those styles would probably work a bit better with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as shout outs, I got my 50-point inspection videos coming out Wednesdays, Fridays. And I do have my live stream on Mondays, which is new brew. So bring a new beer that you've never had before. Doesn't have to be a new beer that just got put out, but just a beer that you've never had. It's new to you beer to be joined up on panel. And this upcoming Monday, there's not going to be a live stream on my channel because I'll be helping John move in, so won't be doing that live. But see you on the following Monday after that. Should be good to go.
Is Alex gonna do?
I think Alex said he was going to do something on his channel. I don't know what he's going to call it.
Stout beers with Alex.
Friends. I thought he's gonna do friends thing or something like.
I used to call it like
Friends
Alex and Friends or something, but
Yeah.
maybe
Oh my God.
Master or something.
Master Monday.
Yeah.
That's the wrong direction to run that.
Master something. Oh, Lord.
I'm not even gonna comment on that.
Got that.
That's
So many
Very
things going through my mind.
very, very open-ended.
Yeah. Yes, Master.
I don't want to. Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers, dude. Cheers, Bumpy.
I don't want to
Thank you,
interrupt whoever's going next, but I would just like to say
He was
I
interrupting me.
I got a It's Food Friday shirt with Alex, and then I got a It's Beer Time shirt. So I'm waiting on
Awesome.
both of them.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Right on.
Yeah.
And Alex thanks you. I'm gonna send him a couple beers for all the cents. There's no profit on any of that, really. It's like 8 cents or something. So I think we're up to like $2. So I'll figure something out. But man, this beer was fantastic. A really, really good saison, chewy, awesome, phenolic, lemon, everything you'd expect in a saison is what was in this. I'm gonna give this a 97 out of 100. I think it was one of my favorites. It was just so interesting and so complex. Such a great body and mouthfeel, and flavors just bursted. The nose was awesome. It was so interesting. I love the yeastiness in these beers. They're just the yeast really comes out and just lets you taste that vitamin B and all those flavors. Very nice. 97 out of that 100. And then this cheese was just so amazing. I can't have a lot of it because it's so rich. It starts to build up a mayonnaise throat. You have to almost have. I don't have any more. So you almost have to have something to wash it down with. And the funkiness of it was great. The butteriness, I think that's the buttery that was coming out that really made it that mayonnaise-y feel, that oily. Mayonnaise means oily, oily or just like, God damn. Like you gotta have something rinse that down. Because it'll
Like
make
a
it'll
loogie
make you
that
chuck
gets
up.
stuck.
Yeah, like a loogie. It's just like it makes you want to like throw it. But it's good until that point happens.
Yeah.
You have a few, you're like, oh, cool. So it may not be a good cheese for fondue, but it definitely would be something to have in small quantities, say on a cracker. We're speaking of crackers, on a cracker, or any kind of something like that, like a little hors d'oeuvre thing. Real nice hors d'oeuvre cheese, small little toothpick kind of cheese or something like that at a party. But I thought the cheese was really excellent. It had that farm funk as well. And I will give it a 93 out of 100. I thought it was A range. I just don't know enough about it. So I'm going to go on the low A. Together was amazing. It really melded perfect. It seemed to be the right thing. It took a lot of the phenol out of the beer. Phenolics, you can say that. Phenolics out of the beer. It brought more of the apple, like more of the core of the apple, more of the sweetness out. It was real nice. The caramels came out. Just what I wanted to taste in the beer. There was none of that funk, and I really like that. That was cool to have that, because sometimes the funk can get a little weird. I mean, it's not your go-to. My go-to is an IPA, a double IPA, something like in that range. Or a nice stout. A nice imperial stout or something. But that's jumpy. IPA to stout. But yeah, together I'd give it a 90, 97 out of 100. I thought it worked perfect. I thought it was great. Now for next Tuesday, I'm going to call it out. I was going to say just wit beer, but let's just go with wheat beers. I don't care if it's American, Belgian, German, to make it easy. So everyone can find something, because I don't even know what I can find. So let's just, we'll go with a wheat beer of choice. And that could be anything, folks. Bring whatever you'd like. We haven't done wheats yet, so find a wheat if you can. And Weihenstephaner, some on the German side if you'd like. That might be what I'm trying to look for. I like those a lot. So, and a cheese of choice. So, do that 8 o'clock Eastern next Tuesday, and Wednesday will be our third of 4 barley wines, English or American forward barley wines, or cuvée if you'd like. If you have something like that, that's cool. As long as it says barley wine on the label, I'm happy. And I'll be there at 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific for that. And then a little word on the brewery. The brewery's coming along. I am actually going to be mudding, taping, all that stuff. And then after that, I'll have the floors are going to get rose up. I'm going to get the self-leveling floor. Let's do that and get it painted up and get the plumber in there to get my sink in so I can get the rest of the decoration done and get on with this brewing experience. So look out for videos as well for mine. If there's any, I'm going to shout him out again. Dickie's Beer Reviews puts up stuff on Fridays. Look out for his lives if you feel like hanging out with him. I always miss it for some damn fucking reason. My bell is hit on him, so I apologize, Dickie. I'll try and figure something out. I do take my weekends off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to do this build I'm doing. So forgive me if I'm not there. But cheers to you guys. Cheers to the panel. Let me get us all up. I'm just gonna leave it where it's at. We got Whisky Scout here, man. We got Bumpy Road Brewery. We got Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. We got East Coast LK Reviews. And we had last beer, and I'm so sorry, buddy, again, but I'll see you in the back end, and it's all good. So last beers, check him out as well. He's new to the YouTube family. Not new, but he just started his channel. He does some late lives and stuff like that. So go check him out. Subscribe to him as well. And I'd like to hear what that beer's all about, too, by the way. That was a beautiful beer, Josh. Cheers to the chat. And we got Janice Megan that just came in from Fuckyland, USA. So we're oh, sorry, that was my guest. I didn't mean to say that. But yeah, no, thank you to the chat for being here, not the spammers. You guys rock. I really appreciate you. We really appreciate you. We've got a great community, and we hope to keep it going. This beer and cheese isn't going to stop until I die. So we'll just keep doing it. It's fun shit. So, all right, you guys take it easy. We're out of here, and we're gonna party a little bit. All right.
And I don't think Joel Osteen was ever on After Dark Beers.
I don't recall.
Mm.